These 10 women walked into Las Vegas casinos at different points in time, carrying the kind of wealth that takes most people a lifetime to build. Some went in chasing thrills, while others went in chasing losses. A few went in with enough confidence they believed they could own the place. But the house had other plans for every single one of them. This list covers 10 female entertainers and celebrities who discovered the hard way that fame and fortune offer no protection against the casino floor. The financial damage ranges from one catastrophic hand of cards to a business decision that swallowed an entire legacy whole. Number 1 on this list did not simply lose money at a casino, as she actually bought one. Coming in at number 10 is Paris Hilton. As a socialite, television personality, and recording artist, Paris built her name into a global brand worth hundreds of millions of dollars. She occupied the center of every major red carpet moment through the mid-2000s, and that confidence extended well beyond the camera. In 2006, that confidence walked her directly to the blackjack tables at the Bellagio in Las Vegas. In a single hand, she lost $175,000. She surrendered this amount not across the course of a long night or spread over several rounds, but in just one hand. That figure could cover the average American mortgage for over a decade, and Paris reportedly treated it the way most people treat a parking ticket. Number 9 is actress Shannon Elizabeth. She built a recognizable career in Hollywood through the late 1990s and early 2000s, and then made a deliberate decision to redirect her energy toward high-stakes poker in Las Vegas, treating the game with the same focus she once gave to her acting work. The problem with treating poker as a profession is that careers have devastating bad years, and Shannon experienced plenty of them at the tables. She traveled to Vegas regularly, competed in large tournaments, and absorbed financial swings that would have pushed most people out of the game permanently. Over time, those losses compounded in a way that made her Hollywood earnings look far less stable than they appeared from the outside. The wins were real, but the losses were heavier. At number 8 is Grammy-winning singer Macy Gray. Her distinctive voice earned her global recognition, major award wins, and millions of records sold worldwide. Away from the recording studio, though, a different kind of obsession pulled quietly at her. Macy admitted openly in interviews that she lost enormous sums of money playing blackjack and poker in Las Vegas. She described the experience as losing her mind at the tables and confessed that the total financial damage ran into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. In one candid moment, she reflected that the money she surrendered to the casino could have funded another property, but instead, it funded the casino's operating costs. The honesty with which she spoke about the situation suggested the losses left a mark long after the games ended. Numbers 7 and 6 belong to 2 women from the golden age of Hollywood, and their stories carry a weight that grows heavier with time. Tallulah Bankhead was a commanding presence on stage and screen during the early decades of American entertainment. Her talent earned her a devoted following and a paycheck to match, and although she spent heavily on a lavish lifestyle, she still left behind an estate valued at approximately $2 million. Betty Grable stood beside her in terms of both fame and financial wreckage. At her peak, Grable ranked as the highest-paid actress in Hollywood. Her legs were famously insured for $1 million, a marketing maneuver that became one of the most cited facts from the studio era. Despite that earning power, the betting tables consumed a fortune that, adjusted for today's value, would run into tens of millions of dollars. Both women were at the absolute top of their industry, yet they were quietly undone by the same compulsion. Number 5 is actress Jennifer Tilly, who spent years building a respected career in film and television, earning an Oscar nomination along the way, and then made a decision that genuinely surprised the entertainment world. She dedicated considerable time to professional poker while continuing her acting career. The transition produced some real results when Tilly won a World Series of Poker bracelet in 2005, giving her credibility at the table that most celebrity players never earn. Live-streamed cash games told a different story entirely. Audiences watching those sessions witnessed her lose hundreds of thousands of dollars across single sittings, sometimes within just a few hours. She later admitted that poker crossed into addiction territory and that she had to step away before the financial bleeding became permanent. The bracelet on one side and the mounting losses on the other defined exactly what those years at the table actually cost her. Number 4 is Korean pop singer Shoo, a founding member of SES, one of the most celebrated groups in South Korean music history. Her public image was carefully constructed and genuinely admired, built over years of performances and controlled appearances. The Casino told a completely different story about her private life. Shoo reportedly stepped inside a casino out of curiosity and never found a clean way back out. The addiction developed quickly, and the financial damages followed even faster. By 2018, she faced a lawsuit over unpaid gambling debts totaling roughly $530,000 after borrowing money to continue playing and failing to repay it. The legal case became public record, causing the reputation she had spent her entire career constructing to come apart within weeks. The distance between who she appeared to be and what was actually happening behind closed doors proved impossible to bridge once the courts got involved. Number 3 belongs to Gladys Knight, known across generations of music fans as the Empress of Soul. Her voice earned multiple Grammy Awards and placed her among the most celebrated artists in American music history. For a full decade, however, a baccarat addiction ran silently alongside all of that success. Knight spent those years returning to casino tables night after night, feeding money into a game that offered almost none of it back. Her worst single session cost her $60,000 in one sitting. She later described gambling as the force keeping her away from her own children. And by her own account, that recognition became the point at which she finally sought help. The music had been there the entire time, and her family had been waiting. Once she fully understood what the game was actually costing her beyond money, she stopped gambling, though she continues to perform at casino venues today. Number 2 is Pamela Anderson. Her role on the long-running television series Baywatch made her one of the most recognized faces on the planet through the 1990s, and the income that recognition generated was considerable. While not known as a regular poker player, a single high-stakes game became a defining moment in her personal life. One night, a single session went so far sideways that she walked away owing $250,000 to another player at the table. That player was professional poker figure Rick Solomon, and what followed became one of Hollywood's most repeated stories. Rather than settling the debt in cash, she reportedly married him instead. The arrangement did not produce a lasting marriage, but the story attached itself permanently to her name, and it changed how many people understood just how far into the casino world she had traveled. Number 1 on this list is Debbie Reynolds, and her story makes every other entry here look almost restrained by comparison. Reynolds built one of the most respected careers in Hollywood history across 6 full decades of film, television, and live performance. She earned her money through sustained, genuine talent, which made what came next all the more striking to witness. In 1992, she purchased a Las Vegas hotel and casino with her own personal fortune, convinced that owning the operation was a smarter play than simply financing it one bet at a time. The property carried her name and her hope, but the Debbie Reynolds Hotel and Casino became one of the most expensive mistakes any entertainer has ever made with their own savings. The casino failed, and the hotel struggled to attract the business she needed. The venture consumed her savings, her investments, and her financial stability in one long, grinding collapse that unfolded slowly enough to be genuinely painful to watch. Reynolds filed for bankruptcy, losing millions of dollars that 5 decades of disciplined, hard-earned work had accumulated. She had not simply played the casino, but had attempted to become one. The industry she believed she understood showed her no loyalty and extended no mercy. What connects all 10 of these stories is not simply bad luck or a lapse in judgment. Each one followed a recognizable pattern where money accumulated, confidence expanded, and the casino absorbed both without hesitation. Fame provided no protection, and neither did talent, decades of professional success, or a public image carefully maintained for years. The house collected from all of them, from the socialite who lost a fortune on one card to the legend who lost everything by trying to own the building itself.